How's it going, everybody? Drum Talk TV live NAMM Show coverage 2019. Dan Shinder here with Drum Talk TV and David Keith of Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. What a gig, and how are you?
Hey, I'm great. I'm still alive.
Great.
It's our second day at NAMM, and I'm still upright.
Good. One show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tomorrow we're just going to lay low and just wander around. And all that.
Great.
How are you doing?
I'm holding up. I'm doing well. I'm talking a lot, pushing out a lot of energy.
This man has been talking for probably 12 hours straight.
It's been pretty crazy, but I feel good. Thank you for asking. So let's talk about your gig with Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. What a legendary body of music from a legendary guitar player. Break out the instrumentation lineup. Who's in the band?
Okay, so there's some guy playing guitar. It's like Ricky, something like that. Playing drums, there's a guy named Jens Johansson, who's pretty famous in his own right. He's playing keyboards, doing all the John Lord stuff, and he's unbelievable. He's known as like a power metal crazy guy, but a lot of people don't know that he grew up listening to John Lord. So
Well-
he can get on like the Leslie and like go nuts. It's almost. Got a guy named Ronnie Romero on vocals. He's a Chilean singer. He lives in Spain. He can sing every singer that's been in Rainbow and Deep Purple. He can do all their stuff.
Wow.
And
It's
do it
quite
justice.
a range.
Yeah, unbelievable. And he puts this little twist on it, but it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. A guy named Bob Nouveau playing bass that played with Richie in Blackmore's Night. I'm also in Blackmore's Night. Bob was before my time, but we're getting to play together in Rainbow, and it's amazing. Richie's wife, Candace, is on backup vocals, and an amazing singer named Christina Skleros is the other backup singer. She has like a 5-octave range, something.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But really, a 5-octave range. That's quite a voice.
she's amazing. Amazing.
If
Yeah.
you don't mind me asking, how did you get the gig?
That is the $64 million question. To be quite honest with you, I've been friends with the guy that Richie's had doing his front of house sound for probably 25 years now. So when the gig came available in Blackmore's Night, I got a phone call to audition. I made my first ever YouTube video playing along with a couple of tunes. Went down, met them, played some tunes, and then the real interview came when we went out to dinner, and Richie asked me 2,000 questions, and you know,
Really?
you got to find out if you can actually hang out with the people that you're going to be on the road with. You know?
Does that sound like a common thread we've talked about?
Okay.
What it's like to belong, to a gig. You got to get along with people.
Exactly. It's huge. There are plenty of people that can physically play the parts. You know, there's a lot of people that can do it. Can you hang out together on the road? Can you get in front of 10,000 people and still play the parts? You know, can you...
Take direction.
Yeah. Can you, Richie is a very, very spontaneous player. He does a lot of, if he wants to stop a tune right in the middle of it just for fun, you got to be ready for it. You got to look. You have to,
You mean actually pay attention as a musician?
I know, it's weird. Yeah, you have to look around, see what's going on, know your place, play music. Don't get up there and play every lick you've ever learned. Play music, play a song, support the song.
If you don't mind me asking, what is 1, 2, 3 of the craziest questions that he asked you during the 2,000 question interview?
Well, this may not sound crazy. He asked me if my wife was okay with me going out on the road.
That's a great question.
Great question.
It's a very considerate question.
He actually had somebody that joined the band, rehearsed for months, everything was together. A week before the tour, he said, my wife is just not comfortable with me being gone that long. I can't do it.
That's when you fire the wife.
Everybody got fired that day. Everybody got
I bet.
So, so that's not really a crazy question, but that's something that might sound unusual, but it's very important.
Absolutely, yeah.
Make sure everyone around you is also cool with you being gone.
Yeah, not everyone in a marriage, a relationship, can be apart from each other, and especially when there's a lot of insecurities.
Yeah.
My wife spent, she's an artist, she spent a month in France. I spent 2 years in Australia she was there the first 3 months. you know, it's a special relationship and support system to be able to get through that.
I'm very lucky to say that I have the best wife in the world. She is not only the brains.
Wait a minute, you're married to my wife?
We gotta stop the interview now for a second. No, her
I'm
name.
sorry.
Her name is Robin. She's my love and my light, and she's the brains behind the operation. I just stand up there and smile and hit stuff. That's really it.
That's awesome. When you the set list to what you're playing, when the tour starts or when it gets changed up, do you have one or two songs that you're excited about the most, that you look forward to playing the most?
I do.
It's an amazing body of work.
I do. I'm happy to say we do stuff from pretty much every era of Richie's career. Yeah, we do early Purple stuff all the way through to the mid '80s pop, Rainbow stuff. Yeah. I gotta say I get excited about some of the early Purple stuff. I'm a huge Cozy Powell fan, but I'm also a huge Pacey fan. Ian Pace is just so smooth, powerful, tasteful, musical, everything. So
Yeah, absolutely.
we recently reintroduced Child in Time,
Really?
and that one, it's like it has its own life. That song, it's different every night. There's an open solo in the middle of it. It goes anywhere and everywhere. He'll just point at people, you solo, whatever. It's loose. The song is so dynamic. It goes up and down and everywhere, and it's one of my favorites for sure.
That's really cool. I gotta ask, do you play "You Fool No One" by any chance?
We don't.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's
what do
great
you play from the Coverdale area?
Let's see. What do we do from the Coverdale era? We do not Stormbringer. We do Burn, and we do. I love that tune. It usually shows up right at the end of the set. I'm starting to get a little tired. Let's play the fastest, most crazy tune ever.
I love it.
I'm like, oh. But yeah, it's good. It's good.
That's great.
We occasionally do Soldier of Fortune also, which is beautiful. Ronnie sings the hell out of it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. He doesn't over sing it. It's like tasteful.
Great. And what about from the Gillan era? What's your favorite?
Well, Child in Time.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure. We were doing Highway Star the first year as the opener, and then we switched over to Spotlight Kid. That's our opener now. But that's a great one too. I've always liked that one.
Cool.
For sure, yeah.
What's happening? Are you guys on tour, going on tour, looking at tour, booking a tour? What's happening?
We are going back out next spring, or this spring. It's 2019 already. My God. Yeah, we're going to go out in the spring. We're doing a bunch of festivals, things like that, and then that'll go right into Blackmore's night tour after that.
Awesome. Now, for people who don't know, what is the difference between Richie Blackmore's Rainbow and Blackmore's Night?
Well, in Blackmore's night, I wear tights.
And a cape?
They didn't let me bring the cape, unfortunately. But yeah, in all, basically.
Wait, you weren't serious?
Well, actually, I was serious. Well, Blackmore's Night, I like to describe it as Renaissance folk rock, kind of.
Oh, that's so Richie Blackmore.
I know, go figure. So he takes a lot of medieval melodies and kind of makes them his own. We'll put a little like rock beat or even like a tribal kind of, you're out in the woods playing around a campfire kind of a thing. Wow. A lot of djembe in there. I have a foot pedal hitting a tambourine, my left foot.
Nice.
There's a lot of that kind of organic stuff going on.
Bringing in different musical cultures with it and time period.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's obviously very rooted in the medieval era, but Richie's famous for having that kind of like Arabic Middle Eastern sound almost to his playing. A lot of like bent notes and moving around and that kind of stuff. A lot of slide work.
Awesome.
So it's cool. It's a totally different beast. Rainbow is like, going crazy.
Is the other stuff more cerebral?
Just different, like generally mellower.
Okay.
I would say, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of dynamics with that as well, of course. But yeah, less in the rock and roll vein and much more in the medieval minstrel, wearing tights, running around the woods. Yeah. Our whole set on stage.
Wait, do you break out recorders like General Giant?
Oh yeah, there's like recorders and strange medieval instruments all over the place, and yeah.
Does he play his
cool.
cello?
No cello. There was a cello player years ago. actually, but yeah, no cello at the moment.
Cool. Listen, we're going to make plans to get together with you to do a much more in-depth interview about your musical journey from the beginning, so what's going on now. So watch for promos about that. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining David Keith and myself on live Drum Talk TV coverage of the NAMM Show 2019 already. Can you believe it? Let's rock this year. David, thank you so much for taking time.
Very, very much.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
And we'll talk real soon, everybody. Thank you for joining us.